All right, Brandy, we appreciate you jumping in that pool. So good advice for people jumping into the water. To the northern plains, though, away from the coast and away from the beach, our threat has been on land. It's been these severe storms, the supercell captured by exclusive Fox Weather Storm Tracker Brendan Kopic. A lot of lightning. And I think that's one of the more ominous things here, right? You see the supercell, that mothership in the distance, but that cloud to ground lightning is incredibly vivid and dangerous, not recommended for anybody. And remembering lightning can be well out ahead of the parent cell by miles and can be a threat and dangerous. But we have that threat for the northern plains, not just for today. We're monitoring a threat for tomorrow and even signs for early next week. We did get an upgrade on Sunday, so I do want to talk about that. We'll get today out of the way. Today's looking a little bit more isolated, but it is for portions of Montana as well as North Dakota. But it is a level 2 threat that is somewhat refined or reduced in real estate compared to what we have on Sunday. When you do look at the threat for Sunday, it is yet again over North Dakota and South Dakota. So we see that threat return. Couple of days of a break and then we're back in it. When you look at the threat for today, noting that you really don't have much on radar at this point, we'll be watching the I-95 corridor. In fact, really gusty winds. You have a wind advisory in that zone that was issued for some gusty winds between 30-40 miles per hour. So more than likely you're feeling that. And then we start to see that potential for storms blossoming as we get into the evening hours. Now, future radar does start to pick up on some of that potential, mainly into this zone here, right, where we have that level 2 threat. Glendive perhaps seeing some of those cells, extreme portions of northwestern North Dakota with some of those discrete cells. And the primary hazards for today would be for wind and for hail. As you get into the late night hours, we start to see that threat diminish and things quiet down for the overnight. Now, the upgrade here from the Storm Prediction Center is to now that level 3 threat. It includes Bismarck, I-94 up through the northern part of North Dakota and down towards Rapid City. Not quite in the level 2 threat, but close enough. Remembering, while we do get these outlooks from the Storm Prediction Center and they are based on where it looks like the atmosphere is most conducive for some of the hazards, Mother Nature doesn't distinguish these boundaries, right? So everybody needs to be aware. And we did pick up on this earlier, right? We were looking at the future radar showing a lot more blossoming and more frequent, I'd say, showing up of these discrete supercells. So this is 4 o'clock Mountain Time. If I go a little bit slower, these are the cells that we're worried about. These discrete supercells that could bring, as the SPC says, not just damaging hail, but perhaps some large hail and some significant wind. Also can't rule out a tornado. We're going to have a little bit more shear to work with and twist in the atmosphere. So 6 p.m. and then as we get into the latter part of Sunday, we start to see more of those cells work off to the east. There could be some clustering. So we always talk about here, how do these storms present on radar? The discrete cells can tap into the larger hail and some of the bigger propensity to twist. And as you get more of a converging of these cells, we start to see prominently a damaging straight line wind event. But when you look at the setup as we get into mid-June, you have that trough coming in from the west, high pressure to the east, funneling in that rich moisture. So we do have dew points elevated, we have the heat, and we have a very unstable, very buoyant atmosphere. There's a lot of lift, complements also of the base of that trough there. So you get those diverging winds aloft, you get this area of low pressure to form, and that's why we see that threat as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, return, even into portions of Minnesota. So everything will be on the table, all hazards, hail, damaging wind, and even tornadoes, and that'll carry even into Minneapolis, into Wednesday, and into portions of Wisconsin. So that's a look at the threat and everything we'll be monitoring for you in the coming days.